Welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I will discuss important obstetric ultrasound signs. So let's start. Intradecidual Sac Sign. Intradecidual Sac Sign is the earliest sign of intrauterine pregnancy. It is seen at the time of implantation when the early embryo burrows itself into decidualized endometrium. It is seen as a spherical, cystic structure eccentric to the central echo of the uterine cavity. Intradecidual sac sign representing the early gestational sac. It is visible by 4 to 4.5 weeks of gestation on transvaginal ultrasound. As you can see on this transvaginal image, the yellow arrow pointing to the intradecidual sac sign, which is seen eccentric to the central echo. Intradecidual sac sign progresses quickly to a double decidual sac sign if the pregnancy is normal. Double decidual sac sign. It was first described in the 1980s. Double decidual sac sign is the expanding gestational sac. It is defined as two concentric echogenic rings of tissue surrounding an intraendometrial fluid collection in an early intrauterine pregnancy. The outer ring is the decidualized endometrium, while the inner ring is the chorionic sac. It is seen at 5 weeks of gestation by transvaginal ultrasound. Conversely, in ectopic pregnancy, the decidual reaction presents as only a single echogenic ring around the endometrial fluid collection. Empty amnion sign is a specific indicator of anembryonic pregnancy. In normal pregnancy, embryo is first seen as focal thickening on yolk sac. Then amnion becomes visible, enlarging rapidly to envelop the embryo. If the amnion is visible without embryo, this is called empty amnion sign. It is an indicator of pregnancy failure regardless of the mean sac diameter, and is considered to have a high positive predictive value. Expanded amnion sign is defined as an amnion visible surrounding the embryo, but no cardiac activity. Normally, any visible embryo that is surrounded by an amnion should also have a heartbeat, regardless of crown rump length. An absent heartbeat in this context is suspicious for early pregnancy loss. The expanded amnion sign has been described as a poor prognostic sign in early pregnancy, suspicious but not diagnostic of failed early pregnancy. Diamond ring sign. This is the earliest sign of embryonic development. It is seen at 5 to 6 weeks of gestational age by transvaginal ultrasound. The embryo is depicted as a focal thickening at the periphery of the yolk sac. This appearance is referred to as diamond ring sign. The yolk sac represents the ring, and the embryo represents the diamond. Double Bleb sign. It is a sonographic feature where there is visualization of a gestational sac containing a yolk sac and amniotic sac, giving an appearance of two small bubbles called double Bleb sign. The embryonic disc is located between the two bubbles. The embryo is within the amniotic sac. Both embryo and yolk sac are inside the gestational sac. It is an important feature of an intrauterine pregnancy, and thus differentiating pregnancy from a pseudogestational sac. Yolk stalk sign. Normally, the yolk stalk is a narrow connection of the yolk sac to the midgut of the embryo. It is best seen when the embryo and yolk sac become separated, and this separation does not occur until the crown rump length is greater than 5 mm. Early on pregnancy, the embryo normally wears yolk sac like small backpack. At this point, any separation of the embryo from the yolk sac with development of yolk stalk is abnormal, as the yolk stalk should not be exist. So, a yolk stalk sign is abnormal separation of the embryo from the yolk sac in early embryonic development, specifically where crown rump length is 5 mm or less, with no visible heartbeat.